dead before I said let's fight!
No! That's impossible!
By the way.
BT dubs is BTW. I'm gonna bust you up. Nope, I'm not coming down. Where am I? Help! Milk! Chance got $5.
The champ got 5 on it.
Back where it came from.
Go back where it came.
Ah, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Oh, I tried to go into your blow. Don't over me! Hello, YouTube. Welcome by unpopular demand. The First to 50 podcast, episode 49.
9.
How you been, Meshi?
Well, I've been great. Shout out to all the haters that don't watch it. You're doing a great job.
You do great, guys.
Nice.
Not that you'll see it.
Just want you to know I'm cheering for you in spirit.
Yeah, this is a podcast where we talk about video games and stuff we watch and kind of just the internet ramblings of two old men coping with Father Time slowly taking away sand from us.
Son of a bitch.
It really is. It's my sand and you can't have it.
I'm gonna put sand in your eye.
Put sand in your eye. Hit him with the Tobey Maguire. I watched this stupid fucking show about couples trying to buy a home, and they get shown 3 homes, and they pick one at the end, and then they get the tour of the house and everything, and they have a budget, and they make up drama like, oh no, the husband wants this and this is his budget, but the wife wants this and this is her budget for the house.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I watched one, and they were in Florida, and they kept saying white sandy beaches constantly because that's all the wife wanted was a white sandy beach. There was a duplex that was beachfront property that was like $3 million, and it was a duplex. You couldn't even own the entire building. It was half of a building. It's like, holy fuck. Very silly.
As those shows often are.
Is what it is. I guess we'll get started with going on. It's kind of a fighting game podcast, kind of. Even though I play all my fighting games off stream now.
Like a real man.
Yeah, kind of. Get to be more angry that way. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I did it. I bought Marvel Tokon. I played the beta and I didn't like it. And I was like, you know what? I can let this one go. The PC port was awful. The online's really bad. There's a lot of rollback frames. Half the screens, textures don't load in at character select. They really phoned it in. They really focused on this being a PlayStation game, and the PC port feels like an afterthought.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's hit or miss whether the game functions well online or not. The only problem is I saw Storm, and I was like, I could play this. I finally found a combo that's pretty consistent without having to worry about real tight links. Half the stages there's stages that have the walls that you break, and there's half the stages that just don't have a wall that breaks. So it's you're kind of having to adjust what combos you have based on what stage you play on, which is kind of weird. I will say, if you've been intimidated in the past by how fast tag games are, this game is significantly slower. It is much, much slower. So
Is it a
slow,
good
in
thing or a
fact.
bad?
Well, it just depends. Like, I'm having to get used to it. I'm not used to trying to pressure somebody on wake up, throwing out a button and having it completely whiff, even though they're like still quote unquote recovering, even though it takes forever, and then them just waking up and mashing an auto combo and doing 50% of my life. It's a little silly. Because you have you can mash light button, and if you just mash light button and you have all your resources, you just go into the biggest level team up level 3 thing, and you're like, oh, whoops, my bad for missing a meaty on top of you. And this is like early, like this game's only been out for like a couple days, so I know this is like kind of day one stuff, and people are just kind of like with Blade. You can kind of throw out his big katana slash and mash the auto combo button, and if the slash hits, you just go into a big combo that does like 50% of their life.
Jesus.
So
From an
it's
auto combo?
yeah, there's like hardly any scaling on it. So yeah, it's hard to. I don't love the game. It's kind of fun based on like you reset your own hit stun deterioration with EX moves and assists, so you can kind of like custom combo a little bit, which is kind of cool. I mean, clearly people are going to find the optimal route to do off of each hit and whatnot, but if you're doing like stray hits, you can kind of play around with stuff a little bit. The button layout is absolutely awful. So you have light, medium, heavy, a unique button, then you have assist button, and then you have a dash macro, and then you have a easy input special move button, kind of like how 2XKO has its like special button.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have, I think there's some other button. The problem is there's easy inputs and there's regular inputs. So to do a level 3, it's like quarter circle forward with the assist button and the easy special mode button. So my thumb is having to like, so I'm having to like press like quarter circle forward this, and I can't move my finger. Like
Visual aid.
yeah, it's kind of like you're stretching your hand to do this for the regular input, and then the easy input I think is like forward on the stick and like assist and light maybe, or that's one of the other supers. There's 3 supers. The inputs are all over the place. Like to do the armor move, I think in neutral you just do light and assist, and I think that gives you the armor move. Doing back and assist gives you the invul backdash counter. I still can't wrap my head around some of the super inputs they've made.
So I'm guessing it's a game designed with controller in mind rather than your pad.
Probably, yeah. But it's you used to be able to get away with playing fighting games with like 6 buttons, and now it feels like you have to have like 8 at all times.
Yeah. Soon you're gonna get motion controls for, like a camera that tracks your eyes so that you could like blink twice and then it'll do super for you.
DP!
Look, if I could get voice activated controls, because I can't do DP input to save my fucking life. If I could just shout DP and the game would do it for me, I'd fucking buy it.
Oh my god, you're giving me, oh Christ. Okay. So there's also a problem with the input system of this game that I don't like. Okay, so in the past, you used to be able to buffer DP by holding forward and doing a quarter circle forward. Okay, so you do 6, 2, 3, 6, and you would get a DP regardless. The way you circumvented that by not getting the DP to come out would be doing 6, and then doing like a half circle forward, and that would like stop the game from reading it as a DP and give you the fireball in case you're like dashing forward and you didn't want to confuse the input system. Just do a half circle forward, and that would like cancel out the forward input so you wouldn't get DP on accident. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense.
This game stores it.
Oh.
So the problem is there's these lightning loops that I do in the corner where I hit them against the wall, and Storm does like her medium lightning into light lightning, calls the assist medium lightning, light lightning, and calls the assist. The problem is it keeps pushing her back. So you can either use her, she has a special meter that's like, she has 4 charges on the screen at the bottom. You build them up. It's wind meter, and you can move yourself around. So I could blow myself into the corner.
Pause for comma.
And I could adjust and get the spacing right again. Or you can dash up and it's a fireball input. The problem is if I dash and do a half circle, it still reads it as a DP. And Storm has a command grab on her DP input.
Oh no.
So it fucks up the whole thing. Now, I know this is like, well, Scum, you're a boomer, just use the dash button. I have over 10 years of like micro dash canceling fireballs in my muscle memory. Me wanting to 6-6 fireball is like in my DNA at this point. And it reads it as a DP now, because even if I do half circle forward, it's like, oh my God. So the amount of times I try to get my combo in there and I'm just dashing up command grabbing and it whiffs and I get full combo punished and die, it's like, oh, cool. You know, I think combo leniency was a mistake.
Hot take.
You know, it's one of those things, you know. I'm sorry, is anybody else still playing 2XKO that said everybody, you know, like who's complaining about the game not having motion inputs was stupid? Like, are y'all still playing? I'm just curious, you know, are you bored at the depth of the game and you left? Is that what happened? Oh, shocker. Who could have saw that coming?
No, I bought skins. I'm in it for the long haul.
When you last booted up, it's not installed.
But I still have my skins.
You know, I guess we'll get into this next, just for a little bit. So for reasons beyond my control, I don't know why I've done it. I started playing the Grand Blue gotcha game, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like a browser game. It's not a mobile phone game. It's in a browser. So I've tried to play this game like 3 times. I can never get the character I wanted. And then some anniversary thing happened and they had like a new player event. And I was like, you know what? We've been playing a lot of Relink. Subject for later. Why not? Let me just try again. Royan has tried so hard to get me to play this game by not trying to get me to play it.
Okay.
He it's all the same where like he brings it up. Why does that person have a knife? He brings it up and then he's like, yeah, no, it's fine. You don't need to play it, you know, or anything. Just remember. And you're like, I kind of feel bad.
He's just looking for friends.
You know, so and I tried to get Lord Percival Johnson. I tried to get him when I tried to play previous other times, and they had events where he was on the banner to roll for like new players. They didn't give me him. They gave me a potato instead, and I just said, "Fuck this! I'm not waiting." And I was like, "Royan, how can I get him?" He's like, "Oh, you wait 6 months." I was like,
Oof.
"No, I'm good." But this time, I did the event thing, and I got Galleon in a swimsuit, and she's my main in the fighting game, and I miss her dearly. And I got her in this game, so now I'm cooked. So I'm doing this on the side as we speak. I think I have it still pulled up. Yeah, it's still up. Let me re-queue my quest.
He's still working on the Bleach event.
No, the Bleach event ended, so that's what caused me to stay up for 24 hours, was I was trying to get everything from the Bleach event before it left, because I stayed awake till it ended, almost.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I didn't get everything. Well, I got all the units. I didn't get the summon, and I didn't get all of the Ichigo Zanpakutos. I didn't get all of those. But I got all the characters. So I got Nell, Yoruichi, I got Rangiku. Um,
Itsugaya.
yeah, he's a combo character with her. I keep forgetting he's in the background.
Yeah, he's in the background. He's
Mr.
not on the
Prodi-
art.
Mr. Prodigy, I moved him off of it. What else? Ichigo, of course. Um, yeah, so it's kind of like just an AFK thing I kind of put in the background. And like I've been having fun, and I got Frau, which I not Frau, sorry, Fediel. I got Fediel, because she's who I play in Relink. So that was fun. I guess we can go and talk about it now. We can just move into Relink because we've been playing a lot of it. I didn't realize how much we've played of it. I'm looking at my Steam, and I have a 235 hours, and I think I ended at like 135 hours. I think I've played 100 more hours of this game since it dropped.
Damn, I thought I played a lot. I mean, you're still beating me.
Yeah, well, me and Milk will just kind of like, you want to farm some summons, and then we try to get like a summon to like improve our build, and it never drops.
Yep. And it do
Yeah.
be like that.
Yeah. And I'm realizing like I kind of need just to let it happen when it happens rather than be like I could be getting more damage. I'm literally missing like 200% normal damage cap, but it's fine. I'll wait.
I really thought
Um,
you were gonna say, "Yeah, I just need to give up."
No, and like Frau is super fun. I started playing the game as her. The only problem was I didn't get her warpath. So it was really hard to play melee when I was missing out on a huge chunk of damage. I got Fediels, and I was like, should I even play this chick? And Milk's like, you'll have fun. And I was like, will I? All right, let me build her. She's so much fun. And apparently she's broken and busted and does tons of damage. So it's fun and nice.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Like, this is the world boss fight. I enjoy it. I have fun. Like, he's a pretty fun boss overall. How do you like him?
Oh, he's out of the bosses that are there. I like him the most. Very visual. His mechanics don't feel like super just bullshit. Like I'm just gonna put a crap ton of shit on the screen. Good luck, kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
Beelzebub and who the
Lucifer.
fucking angel guy is.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, who just like, especially the most recent difficulty that he just starts off with just fucking blasting the screen. You're like, oh, we just immediately are jumping into it. So this is the lady I'm playing now. She's super fun. She lets me dodge cancel like I used to be able to do with Percival in the base game before they nerfed him. I hope they don't nerf her. Just let me have fun.
I think she. If anything, they should just buff everybody else a little bit, and they would probably get people to stop complaining. Because I think the main complaint is that she's just around a lot in all of their online lobbies.
And just taking care of everything.
Yeah, you just give everyone else a little bit of love. You wouldn't have to damage her so much.
Yeah. So, I mean, this game is really fun when you're kind of in VC and like doing the boss fights. There's so much dead time trying to like sell sigils 30 at a time when you have hundreds of them. Trying to sell summons for mastery points. You could do 30 at a time.
Yeah. Staring at portraits of characters you wish were in the game, but apparently nobody else wanted.
That fish is, keeping his hands full,
I was promised.
I was promised. What are you gonna do?
Cry.
Yeah.
Not on the podcast, though. I'll save it for myself. This is where I would put Soares if I had him.
You're not wrong. But the builds do feel less creative because it kind of all just comes down to damage cap and special damage caps that they've added to the game.
Yeah, I really don't like the build system in this game.
I feel
Like I
it really feels like they tried to streamline it for people who are hopping in right now.
yeah. It just feels like so many like sigils are just
Pointless.
useless bullshit.
Yeah, like
That are
why
just
would you
there
have
to
stamina?
confuse
Because you're
you.
already hitting damage cap. Like you're getting more attack power doesn't do anything for you because you can't use it. It's like oh
Yeah. Oh, crit damage build? Ah, well, you already damage cap, so if you add crit damage, it's not gonna do shit. Like, oh, okay. What the fuck is the point? Oh, well, supplementary damage. Like, ah.
yeah, you know the additive damage that you just put on top. Yeah, just focus on that because your character already does the damage cap. It's like oh, huh.
Yeah. It's just it feels like maybe they shouldn't have a damage cap, and then you could just play with different builds. Like maybe the builds themselves don't give you damage, but kind of change the way that you play instead.
Yeah, well, because even back when, like, at least there was a little more variety when it came to the builds towards the end game, because you would kind of there wasn't all this extra damage cap stuff to grab,
And
which is
shove in
mandatory.
somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's like in the base game, it was like, oh, you kind of had more variety of stuff to do in terms of like what you could add or take away or whatnot. But now it's kind of like, no, just get the new stuff we've added. Get all the echoes and the new damage cap stuff, along with regular damage cap, and in the all the powers in that mastery tree. It's all there. Because, like, oh, do you have normal sigils on your account or on your build? You have 5 of them? That's 100% more damage cap. It's like a big Scooby Doo sandwich, but it's all damage cap stacked on top of it.
It's pretty much what it is. It's like, oh, I could really use some survivability, but I can't sandwich any more. I can't do it with all this damage cap. I need it. It's
I
it's
need.
the foundation of my sandwich.
And don't get me started on smashing sigils together because then you want to. They've added this system where there's 2-in-1 sigils, which have two. What would you call it? Stats.
Yeah, basically it's that.
And depending on what's in front, it determines what kind of sigil it is. So there's mastery tree talents that you can pick that will give you bonuses based on what type of sigil you have equipped. So there's normal, there's damage, and then there's like support, defensive sigils. So you're having to slam sigils together at a terrible fucking percentage rate to try to get like health on the front of the sigil and then the desired stat on the back side of it. The only problem is
Run.
they can just flip flop. It's not based on like the front sigil determines your front roll and then the back sigil determines your back roll. No, they can swap.
Yeah.
They tried to make a treadmill to run on, and this is very. I think this is just a grindy game.
I feel like some of those treadmills don't even need to be there to make you want to play the game.
Yeah,
Like that sigil smashing. Yeah.
I can see why some person made a mod to make a deterministic outcome for it. Because the problem is, this game isn't that great and has a bad autosave. So what you can do is you can slam a bunch of sigils together, Alt F4, reload, and it won't save any of those sigil smashes that you did. And then you find out that it's predetermined. If you slap this sigil and this sigil together on your account, it will give you this outcome. So then you can manipulate the RNG slowly over the course of hours to get the one you want. Or you can install this guy's mod that just lets you just shit out the sigil you want on the first try.
Just install the mod.
I did the other because I found out that if I slam this one and this one and this one and this one, it would give me a double one for the front sigil. And then that means the 2 out of the 4 options that hopefully I'll get the damage cap on the backside. And then if I do this one and this one, this one, this one, I got it.
You're starting to sound like a masochist. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it was really painful. The problem is, it's like if you get the right type of normal sigil on your build, that's 20% more damage that you're outputting.
Yep. It's a necessary evil, unfortunately.
Yeah. So it didn't take me nearly as long to get my build like fixed as I thought it was. I was like, oh no, I'm cooked. I'm gonna hate this game trying to fix my build, and actually, it didn't really take me all that long. I was watching
40%
per sigil.
No, sorry, the smashing the right sigils. Are we talking? I was talking about the talent, the mastery, where you get 20% extra damage for having an attack one.
Oh, I was talking about the damage cap one, which is the normal sigil.
Oh, gotcha.
I thought that was 20% more damage cap per regular sigil you have on. Because the attack sigils don't matter because you're already hitting damage cap.
Yeah.
Make that make sense.
You're right. Yeah. You just naturally hit damage cap no matter what you do.
Unless there's some characters who like need it. I don't know.
Can't imagine.
Because I think we also progress through the game faster because we play as a group, and we don't build out multiple. Well, I don't build out multiple characters. I played Frau for a while till I couldn't get her Warpath sigil to drop, which that's what additional 20% damage cap on top of everything else for the character. Just playing the character the way they're supposed to be played.
Yeah.
I don't know. With all that bitching in mind, it is fun to play the game with your friends when you're in the fights and doing them and like yelling at each other like, Messi, do the SBA, don't let leave the ground, and you're like, oh fuck, I missed a percent. You know, it's fun.
Yeah. No, it's fun when you actually get to play the game. It's fun.
It's just a lot of prep time. There's
a lot of prep time.
Yeah. So, all right. So I have been streaming a lot of the First Ascendant. I've been going pretty ham recently. And Meshi, I don't want to alarm you,
Okay.
but
I
I made #1 Freyna in Erosion Purge challenge.
I really wanted to ruin your moment and be like, top 10, way to go, scum.
Okay, so get this, Meshi. This is how much this game hates me.
Okay.
So, you know me. Well, and my chat knows me. I'm kind of a slut for Freyna mods. I'm trying to get good Freyna ancestor mods, which are the red ones with the random stats.
Yeah.
I finally, eyes rolling back in my head, finally rolled a good one. It gave me cooldown, it gave me tech damage, and gave me tech modifier. And for Erosion Purge, it was a better sigil than everyone else had because it had cooldown on it.
Yeah. You've been trying for like 4 months or longer for that sigil, right?
That's, yeah, one of the 4 ancestor mods that I want. I finally rolled a good one myself. It was the first one that I actually got good stats on. It's not even a perfect roll. It's just a good roll. And it allowed me to get #1. Guess what happened, Meshi?
Did somebody like pass you like within 5 minutes?
No. They couldn't touch me. I was sitting here for
Oh.
weeks. And then they readjusted the game and how cooldown works now.
Oh, God.
Because they used to give you up to 90% reduced cooldown reduction. That was the cap, was minus 90%. They lowered it to 75.
Oof.
So now cooldown on ancestor mods is fucking useless. So now I'm sitting at like #7 because everybody has like just tech power and tech modifier. My mod that I rolled myself is useless.
Oh my God.
So halfway through the board, like I got #1 and no one could touch me. I was like, fuck yeah, I did it. I'm the best. And then they changed
I've
the
made it.
entire game and how it functions.
Oh no! You should tell the story as I did so well that they had to nerf the game.
They couldn't see me. I was so far ahead. And it's one of those things where now it's like the only way for me to progress. And I've actually taken like 5 seconds off this time. But now I've reached the point the only way for me to get any faster is if I have more damage on my ancestor mod, and I don't have one yet. So now it's just like, oh, let's hunt for the mod. But I did it. Before the cooldown change, I was literally the best. And then universally across the board, they changed cooldown and ruined my mod.
Well,
It's-
everybody wants to know, did Sexfin's girlfriend come in and congratulate you on beating him?
She didn't congratulate me, but she did come and follow. Which I think
Perfect.
was to come in and see how I beat his time. I was hoping that I was gonna be streaming my runs because I do this offline. Like I'm not
Yeah.
streaming, and then I just like sit at my computer at the wee hours of like 5 a.m. Be like, I'll sit here for a little while. And 5 hours later, like, oh fuck.
That's hilarious.
It's the little things, but it's been really fun playing the game with stream. Recently though, with Onslaught, which is like the new quote unquote end game, which is kind of like wave defense. They nerfed it. Apparently, I was watching a Dry Bear gaming video. He's a content creator who makes a bunch of video. Like, he's got a Space Ghost coast to coast desk set up and everything, and he's all professional. He's a really interesting
like
guy.
a virtual one or a real one?
Yeah, like a virtual desk. Like he has
Oh.
like my webcam set up, like with the green screen, and then he puts himself at like a futuristic desk, and like he talks about games and stuff. He puts a lot of effort. He's a cool guy. He's a variety
Interesting.
creator. Anyways,
But-
he was given some rundowns after the nerf because I got told like, hey, Onslaught level 4 got nerfed, and I was like, that's the hard stuff. Like that's what I play with my stream and yell at Bell about all the time because he sucks.
Yeah. Kick him.
Yeah, kick him. Apparently only like 9% of players were participating in Onslaught because it was too hard.
At all levels or the last level?
I think the last level.
Okay.
And a lot of players just don't even touch the game mode because they're like, eh. I don't know what percentage of people are just staying in Albion and gooning. It's crazy. You see people gooning everywhere. I have to claim them because I'm playing this video game, but they're just gooning.
But it is the materials that you get from doing Onslaught make it worth the trouble.
It's the most lucrative way to get resource to re-roll the ancestor mods.
Okay. And it's still not incentive enough to do it. Interesting.
Well, the problem is people, if someone gets down, so the public queue's awful. Like you kind of need to be coordinated for it, which is what makes it fun. People
Yeah,
public queue if they don't get the roles they want, because when you enter into Onslaught, you get like roguelite options. You get like 9. Yeah, you get 9 different options because it starts off at 3, and then you could re-roll each one twice. Right? So you start off with 1, you could roll it twice for 3 times 3 9. Yeah. If they don't get the rolls they want for like damage output or something, they just quit out and leave. And before the change, the game scaled with 4 players. So even if like somebody quit out, that would lead to 2 people quitting out. If there's 2 people left, it'd still be 4. The mobs would have the most like life in the game for 4 players, but there's only 2 people there.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So people were quitting out on roll, or if someone got downed, they would just quit out. They'd be like, "Oh God," and then they would just leave. It's like, no, stay in the game. We have 5 lives, and they would. It's really like, yeah.
Internet people doing internet things. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also like they had to scale everything up, which was nice because having mobs kind of like stay alive and not instantly fall over is kind of fun, you know. The only
Yeah,
problem
to change
is
the pace.
uh, the only problem is not every descendant can actually play the game mode efficiently.
Hmm,
So you're kind of relegated to play. You're playing like a handful of descendants, or you're griefing.
gotcha.
Like I can't play Freyna in Onslaught. She doesn't do enough damage, and she's too squishy. So even if I built in survivability, I'm doing like maybe a tenth of the damage of one of the other characters.
You're strapping cinder blocks to your teammates,
Yeah,
basically.
because you're scaling up the health while not giving anything in return. Because it's not like Freyna's buffing or doing anything. She's just a slow dot character, and yeah, so they've recently nerfed it and lowered the health significantly, and they've also taken out sections of Onslaught 4 because you would do a battle arena, running section, battle arena, running section, battle arena. So it kind of broke stuff up. Um, they took out the running section, so it's just battle arena, battle arena, battle arena. So it cut the amount of time in half. It's also kind of a little less fun because it's kind of fun like getting everybody to run to the portal and try to kill the mobs on this runway without everybody dying to kill the ships at the end of it. It's a fun little break, change of pace for like just the what would you call it?
Yeah, yeah,
Wave
the
defense
gameplay loop.
portions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like instead of removing it, they should have like alternated it, or maybe had it be random. So like sometimes you do a battle arena, the running part.
So what's fun is like you do a battle arena, and then you do this running part where you have to go into this underground base. And do you remember in the first ascent we did the missions where you had to stay in the circle?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You end up running through these hallways, and then you have to drop down to the floor, and then you have to stay inside one of those circles. The only problem is they spawn these AoE orbs that do damage to you, while also spawning big tyrant, like beefy enemies around you. So you're having to stay in the circle, take care of the AoE circles while defending this point and trying to stay alive. It's kind of fun. So like the character I play the most, Bunny, I can turn on the little wub and run in a circle really fast and kill the AoE orbs while everybody else is kind of like taking care of the mobs, trying not to get overrun. It's like fun, but they took that part of the game out. It's like, oh, come on. Like, but I get it because like not everybody has a team to play with. Um, this kind of stinks. You know, getting
Yeah.
stuff nerfed because that's the end game. That's why you kind of strive to get a better mod is so you can be more efficient in that game mode. But I guess not enough people were playing it, so they kind of nerfed it.
You think part of the problem is that it took them so long to have something that was challenging that everyone is just used to blowing everything up instantly and gooning, and now they don't know
Maybe.
what to do with themselves.
Now they don't know what to do. They goon too close to the sun and they forgot how to play the game.
Yeah, they're like, "What? This guy isn't falling over. Fuck this mode," and then just leave.
What is this? Um, I haven't done it as much. I need to play more. Well, I've been having too much fun doing Onslaught with my stream. The new bosses, they've made it to where the boss doesn't fall over. And you climb higher on the leaderboard. They've condensed the leaderboard to one boss leaderboard, which is kind of nice. And now the higher you essentially like buff the boss or debuff yourself to get the stacks higher, and the faster you clear the time with the more like disadvantages you placed on the thing is what determines how high you go. So the boss doesn't instantly fall over for most characters. Harris is kind of broken right now. She has a gunning build that scales with how much shield and life she has, but the cap isn't working, so it's kind of uncapped damage. So she can melt
Ooh.
the highest difficulty boss with all of the points selected in like a minute and a half.
Dang.
So she kind of tears through that guy. But for everyone else, I think it's a good change because you're giving the boss more life, you're hindering yourself a little bit, and you're making it more of a long fight. So it feels you're not just maximizing damage and try to kill yourself, then like respawn and like do that kind of gameplay loop. It's more like no, just play it out and then kind of go from there. So I'm enjoying it. I just wish they didn't nerf Onslaught, but that's what side of the fence I'm on.
Yeah.
But maybe the,
part of the
participation will
9%.
go through the wolf. Oh, that was the other thing. The roguelite ability or buffs you get at the beginning of the matches, they've removed a lot of useless ones because sometimes you'd roll and get like, wow, I got defense and mana regen. This is great. Meanwhile, someone's else like, oh, I got 240% skill power if I roll 10 times and stack it up. Aren't you guys having fun? It's like, I got more defense.
You got defense? I didn't get anything.
Yeah, so they've kind of gotten rid of some of the cards that were kind of useless, and there's better RNG for the better damaging ones. So I don't know. This might be a Band-Aid thing they've done because they're about to come out with a new game mode. I think on like August 20th is going to be the new one, and I think it's going to be less open. It's going to be more kind of condensed. I think more descendants will be able to function better in there. I wonder if they're just focusing on that new game mode. I don't want them to leave Onslaught behind because it's fun getting to like build out, you know, the little turret things and wave defense. Wave defense is always fun. I think it's a good thing to have.
It's a good team kind of format of style play of wave
Yeah.
defense is. You can always have fun with a team in wave defense.
Yeah. So that's my first Descendant Power Hour. Until we decide to watch, there's been 2 new trailers that I haven't bothered watching yet because we're getting the culmination of the story, Meshi, of the first wave of the story with Corel and his supreme creation, Greg. So there's like a couple minutes. So we're gonna find out what's going into this season 4, episode 1, where apparently things are about to get a little spicy for our in the goon caves at Albion.
We're gonna clear out the goon caves.
They're clearing them out. So let's see what's going on in this episode 1 trailer. Computer on screen.
The weaker and more fragile a thing is, the more fiercely it bears its fangs. Your desperate struggle,
I kind of always forget there's just
nothing
normal
more
soldiers.
than futile defiance against a predestined doom.
The boys.
Witness the end of your descendants as they fall, weak and broken. I shall reclaim the legacy you hold, and forge the one true path for my homeland, Pripyat. Today, I bring an end to this cruel, century-long wait.
Oh my god.
No, they shot our guns, Meshi!
No! Our giant gun!
Accept your end.
Oh my god.
Ooh. I always like that landing.
It's a good landing. Damn, that poor dude got fucking cooked.
Flamethrower.
Bro, he ate it to the face so hard. Oh my god, just fucking. What a terrible way to go. It's okay when a Zergling gets hit by a fire bat, but watching an Albion fella get roasted kind of hurts the soul a little bit, you know? So apparently this is going to be, I think this is going to culminate in a quote-unquote mega dungeon. I'm worried it's going to be super cinematic with a bunch of like set piece stuff that you're going to do like 100 times and be like, all right, here's the thing that we're going to do again. But I hope it's cool.
Yeah, it's
Putting a
gonna
lot
be
of
one
effort in.
big old event. Run through it.
I can't.
Um,
They shot the guns, Beshi. They shot the guns.
I mean, if they were gonna fire a Death Star laser beam at something, it was gonna be the fucking gun. Like they were like, it's too expensive to animate these things firing. Just blow them up.
There's still a chance, Beshi. What if they're able to? Never mind. No, it's not gonna happen because
I mean,
they're just gonna.
I mean, part of the mission could be that you go and fix the gun or arm
Bro,
the gun.
what if you get the guns back online and you shoot them at the end?
Yeah, that's how you
Don't
destroy
give
the
me
enemy.
hope. That sounds awesome.
I'm trying to help them make a money decision that everyone will love.
Imagine having a unique cutscene with your descendant hopping in like the gun chair and aiming it and fucking just railgun shooting through Corell's giant ship.
Ooh, and right before you pull the trigger, you go for Alpha. And then you
I thought you were gonna say something like Gooners Unite.
No. That's what everybody else would say, but your descendant would. But I did think about how you were talking about Albion just being a center for goon people, just gooner fuel, and then the evil people flying their fleet over, and then everyone in that city just looking at them and be like, "Take one more step and I will detonate."
And the Vulcans are just like, back up, back up.
Greg's over there like, "It's true, they will."
This is my 86 incarnation. They will. Shouts to Greg. Okay, we have one more trailer. This is the guide's warning. Okay, so we got the, when we played the story mode the first time, I sat there and I was like, is the guide evil? Are you trying to bait me into like something? Are you working with them? But the whole time the story was like, no, this is your side. But the whole time I was like, you're suspicious.
Yeah,
Got my eyes on you.
helpful.
Yeah. Something tells me I'm not a person that accepts help all that often.
Descendant, do you remember our journey? The Iron Heart. That was where it all began. Fighting against the Vulgus who sought the Iron Heart. We have overcome countless dangers. In the end, we destroyed the Iron Heart.
My arcade was meant for this moment.
And witnessed the noble sacrifice of our friend. And yet, there was no end to Corell's ambition to restore the shattered Iron Heart. He is preparing an even greater threat. He will never cease. Descendant, only you can stop Corell. With the power passed down from the ancestors, you are humanity's last hope. Please protect Ingress in the final battle.
Anything else? Coming August 20th. How long do we have? From date of recording, we've got 11 days?
12 days. Well, yeah, 11 if out.
Oh, I guess it did just turn over. Whatever. My sleep schedule's fucked.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of a waiting game because there's kind of nothing to do now because you're kind of just playing Onslaught to get goo and roll ancestor mods or just kind of waiting. But Raven comes out with all the new story stuff, so I think what I'll do, I'm gonna stop being lazy, Meshi. I'm gonna do my fresh playthrough. I think I'm gonna do that this week and next week. I'm pretty sure I could probably get to the story really fast.
I'm sure you could. I mean, you play the game all the time. It would be weird if you were terrible at doing the story.
Yeah, it'd be shame if I was really bad at the game after all this time.
They're not falling over. They're not dying.
Help!
Oh, this Greg throwing strings.
This Greg's doing strengths! Low tier Greg. Corel, crush the skull. Oh shit. Alright. I've had enough time rambling about stuff. Meshi, you played a little video game I'm kinda interested to hear about. You played the Avatar fighting game. How much of this game did you play?
I've played a few hours of it so far.
Who's your main?
Toph.
Hell yeah, okay. Tell me about it.
It's. Did you ever watch the show?
No.
It's a very nostalgia kind of game, like the with the art and some of like the moves
Yeah.
and the voice lines and all the other like stuff. It's very like, oh, the people that made this game kind of get it.
Yeah.
And it's fun to press buttons. So like your light
Mhm.
is an auto combo,
Okay.
but it's a very generic kind of auto combo, right?
Mhm.
And if you manually do the auto combo, it does more damage. And
Okay.
but then you can like use the auto combo to start it and then break in the middle of it and go on your own combo kind of thing. So there's variations and stuff, and I've seen some I've watched like videos because I can't fucking do it, but I've watched videos of like people playing the game, and it's like it's just crazy the stuff they could do.
Mhm.
But it's been, for the few hours that I played it, it was a lot of fun. It was fun to push buttons and figure stuff out, and watching how moves interact. And sorry, I was watching him shoot the lightning back out. That was really cool. I didn't know he could do that. And like the movement in the game is like super fun. So like basically there's like a bar for movement. I
Mhm.
forget what they call it in the game. It's like a chi bar basically, and you use that, and it's like, oh, it's flow. That's what it is. And basically every character has their own special movement. Toph is like, she rides a platform across the arena,
Mhm.
and it makes her immune to high attacks. So if you just try and hit her, it'll go over her head. Really cool. Or you can cause the ground to come towards you, and so you can pull people, so you can knock them down and then drag them back. So it's really neat. Some people have jet engine hands, so they can just fly across the screen.
Mhm.
Um, Aang has his kite glider. I guess it's not a kite. Um, is just some examples, but it's for $30. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, because we got really disappointed with the Hunter x Hunter fighting game, because this is made by them's Fighting Herds developers, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and I heard in terms of how the gameplay, apparently, of these kind of newer games, this tends to be like a more old school kind of design. Like there seems to be like a lot of like really broken, kind of like hype, like you're able to loop and do a bunch of stuff that normally like modern games would kind of like restrict you from doing.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah, you can.
that People's Elbow is really cool because I would probably want to play Toph too, honestly. Who's the tall bald guy with the glider?
Oh, that's
You
that's a
think he's right?
villain. I think his
Him?
name is Tahir. Yeah, he's a Korra villain. Season
Oh, okay.
3? Yeah, I think it's season 3.
Oh, with her with the metal armor. Oh, greatest Earth Brand there's ever been. Interesting. Okay. Well, if it's only $30.
Yeah, it's $30, and then I think you could pay $20 to get the upcoming characters that come out,
Oh, I see. The
or
Battle
I guess the
Pass.
first season, yeah, of
Hmm.
characters that comes out.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
never
recommend.
I never watched the cartoon, but you'd recommend it.
Yeah, if you like the show,
Hmm.
it it's very nostalgia driven, and like the animation is really cool, and it looks like it's straight from the show basically
Hmm.
in terms of style. Really nice.
The only thing I've seen is literally it's pretty much just Toph scenes, and
Oh yeah.
when she's an old lady with Korra, it's like back in my day, I was literally the best, and I would wash you so hard. You know.
Yeah.
Ugh. I the clips I've seen, I feel as though I would enjoy that character a lot. All right. I think that's. Have you played any other games?
Other than Relink, no.
Oh, it's okay. Oh boy.
We have an upcoming game though. Whenever you want to play it,
What game?
Helldivers. Didn't you buy it?
Oh yeah, I did actually. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna save that. Meshi, tell me about.
It's not so much terrifying as it is more like traditional sit's scary, like oh jump scares or like oh weird
Mhm.
thing crawling around in the dark. Like it has some of that. It's a lot of body horror as you just saw.
Yeah.
It's a lot of body horror. There was a one scene where I was just like I can't look at the screen.
Well,
I'm
tell me
gonna
what
gag.
happens.
Um.
I want to hear you gag over the internet. Pause. 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 I take it back. I take it back.
So they bring the girl back after she's
Uh-huh.
been in this sarcophagus for 7, or 7, and she basically is like atrophied, like
Yeah.
dried skin. Her hair is long. Like you've seen it. And so the grandmother and the mom are trying to because she's basically trapped in her own body, kind of like she's not there. So they're trying to like make it at home. So they're giving her a beauty session. So they're doing her hair, and she's got those fucking nasty ass fingernails and nasty ass toenails. And the mom, oh god, the mom takes toenail clippers and tries to cut
Oh.
her toenails,
Uh-huh.
and oh god, just thinking about it is just horrible. Just because you see all of it from start to finish of her trying to cut these long ass toenails, and then just shooting off, and like layers of skin going with them,
Oh.
and it's like, oh god.
That's
Um,
horrifying.
But it's actually a pretty good movie. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's got a lot of weird shit in it. Kid is pretty fucking creepy and does a really good job at it. And yeah, it's basically this but with toenail clippers. That's a nice palate cleanser for you.
You know, let's just make light of the horribleness of whatever that
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
The one thing that annoyed me about the movie was like the dad very early on realizes that something is wrong, right? Like, oh,
Mhm.
I need to know what happened to her during those 7 years, and like weird stuff is happening, and he's like, oh, it didn't happen until like he's connecting the dots, right?
Yeah.
But the mom is like, I wasn't there to save my daughter. You weren't there to save the daughter. She's back now. I'm not giving up on her, kind of thing. Because he's like,
Mhm.
we can't take care of her. She be in a home that like specializes in people.
Yeah.
He's making all of the right decisions, and she's over in the background being the antagonist, so the daughter can be in the house still. And then like after all the weird shit happens and there's deaths and people are like vomiting up, and then she looks at him and she's like, "Yeah, we can't take care of her. We should go." It's like, oh, it's too late now. You know?
Good job. So you would
I
recommend?
it though. I would recommend. I'd give it like a 7.9.
That's
Maybe
pretty
an
good
8.
for a horror. You know,
Yeah.
it's a hard line to say. Actually, 7.9 or 8.1.
Oh, I would give it an 8.1 because it's probably one of the better horror movies that I've seen.
That's fair enough. Actually, I want to hear about this one next, and then we'll get into that'll be good. You've just been a little moviegoer, haven't you, Meshi?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, this one I'm really interested to hear about. You watched a little movie called The Backrooms.
Yes. So, I'm not a lore aficionado when it comes to the Backrooms. I know kind of the general idea of it. And it's endless hallways and weird stuff and the people that are investigating it and whatnot. So, I'm not like the guy that's sitting in the movie be like, "That's incorrect. The wallpaper should be brightish green tint, and these should be 1972 chairs."
Based on the
Bullshit,
SPC
right?
005 McSeven, actually.
The I relatively enjoyed this movie for its general kind of like vibe that it had going. The actor, I don't know his name. He is carrying this movie on his shoulders.
Oh yeah.
They did a really good job with the set. Like the backroom set is really good, really good. Like it's really creepy. It's creepy in the sense that the vast emptiness and the repeatingness and all that other stuff is kind of really neat to look at. There's all this weird stuff that's in there. It's just kind of interesting to look at, basically. But like, if it was just that, I don't know if it would have been a good movie. Like, it would have been cool to look at, but I don't know how well it would have done as a movie. Him being there
Elevated it.
Yeah, it elevates it. Like him reacting to it and him kind of going through like, this is weird, and him kind of having like basically a psychological break during the movie. It almost like the movie is basically about him and his kind of shit he's going through with life, where nothing's going right, and then he kind of finds a world that doesn't make sense either, but he feels more at home with it, and kind of just him watching him mentally deteriorate while exploring this place and the things that happen is more interesting. So it's not, I don't feel like it's a Backrooms movie. It's more of a movie about this guy who just happens to wander into the back. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy him so much as an actor that I'm just like, yeah, all right, I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were like a really Backrooms heavy lore person, I don't know if this is the movie, because it's not about like the company and exploring it and like figuring out things.
It's
Hearing
more
all the
one
different
person's
lore.
experience with it and just kind of what they.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the company is there, but they're not very heavy a part of it.
Yeah, it's not the focus. It's more of how does the backrooms affect this one person specifically, and how does he?
Yeah, and his
experience it.
experience with it, and the weird stuff that kind of is associated with the store that he works in and whatnot. But I enjoyed it for what it was. I just know probably like, and I know it's reviewed really well. I think it is anyway. I just don't know how like the heavy lore people of Backrooms is like, this is not the movie that was made. why didn't they walk around for 82 hours a day? They didn't even go swimming in the swimming pool. I would have drank from the I would have drank from it. Kind of people, though,
Wait, go.
I do
What are you going
recommend
on?
though. I like
Not
a
you.
7.6.
7.6, so pretty solid. I'm just not amazed, but
Yeah.
pretty enjoyable watch. Okay, because I know nothing about the Backrooms at all. All that I know that it exists, and it's kind of like this weird impossible space thing that ends up leading to horror things happening. I think I watched like a YouTube like kind of short video of like a group trying to explore down there and like dying.
Yeah.
Scum, I'm sorry for your new duo. What are you talking about? What are you going on about? Who's my new duo? Remember Belle? Did Belle do something stupid?
Probably.
Probably.
All I ever know about Bell is that you yell at him more than you yell at me, and that's saying something.
Oh, bless him. All right. Well, speaking of things I can yell at, okay, so I saw the massive, impenetrable walls. You're looking up at these massive fucking walls, right?
Yeah.
Troy's walls in this movie are like 2 or 3 people high.
That's
The whole thing of them like
No.
getting the gate open is like the doors open and maybe like 2 people could stand on top of each other to walk through the gates.
Jesus Christ.
You can
Okay.
kind of scale the wall. Like it's like why was this impregnable city? It's like you can kind of scale it with like one of those little hooks and like a rope. It's
Yeah,
not that
like
tall.
the 2004 Troy movie, like those walls, like you would believe that they were having a hard time doing anything with them.
Yeah. So that was because it's a portion of the movie that they keep getting back to, and because they go back to the whole Trojan horse. Um. So that set looks really cheap. Like when you get to that portion of the movie, like the city itself inside looks pretty good, but when you're at the gates are so small that's like, y'all had trouble with this. um. I there's so much movie that I'm trying to figure out where to start and where to stop, or like
So, do you think it bouncing around like it did made the movie worse rather than it just being like a straight tail?
no, because there's some decent reveals that require it to be out of order.
I see. Okay.
The only problem is the movie does I think have some pacing issues, and I think the problem with part of it is most of the people are talking in normal vernacular. It's modern day
Okay.
talking, and they're not selling it like a Shakespearean play. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You're not having these weird, sincere, heartfelt conversations like when Achilles is talking to Hector's dad and he's begging just to take his son's body back to bury it. You have this really
Yeah.
heartfelt kind of Shakespearean play. People are just talking. That'd be a shame if we followed the north winds. Yeah.
There's no effort behind it, basically.
And they made it like a conscious effort for them to like, oh, we want people to be able to relate to it. It really, for me, it dragged me out of the movie because people kept just talking like normal, and it was just kind of jarring and strange. um, I think the Cyclops scene was pretty good. Um, I rambled about this for literally like an hour when I got back from the movies. Um,
Rambled about it to who? Just yourself?
no, I told Milk about it,
Oh, okay.
and so Matt Damon actually did a really good. Him and Anne Hathaway and Robert Pattinson kind of carried the movie for the good parts. Those were the decent acting portions of the thing. Robert Pattinson plays the perfect sleazy suitor. He's really
Oh.
good.
Is he the one? Is he one of the like the main suitor trying to steal Odysseus' wife?
Yes, because he's
Basically.
gone for like 20 years, so he's hanging out there and he's really laying it on and he's trying to get in some Anne Hathaway and he's really good. You lose him in that character, you know.
Okay.
A lot of the other characters, it's hard to believe that they're there because like they're just talking normal. Um and you're like, "Huh." It and I hate to say it, but it is a little jarring when you're dealing with this Greek force going to take Troy, and then you have Matt Damon with his right hand man, an Indian guy, right next to a black guy, right next to an Asian guy, right next to. You're kind of sitting at this motley crew of Greeks, and you're like, y'all don't look Greek at all. You know, and the movie starts out with the song of Odysseus, right?
Okay.
And it's in the suitor hall. Like at this point the movie starts, it's in the hall, the banquet hall where all the suitors are eating and Anne Hathaway is doing a loom that she has to complete, and by the time she completes the loom she'll pick a suitor, right?
Yeah.
Travis Scott, the rapper, is a character in the movie who stands on top of a table and is telling the song of Odysseus. His song of Odysseus is his slamming a staff on a table 3 times, saying a couple of words, then slamming a staff on the table 3 times, then saying a couple of words. And it's like, oh, fucking like, does this need to be here? It's not like a bard telling this epic tale or like playing a harp or like a storyteller. It's kind of like, oh fuck, bro, you can't even act, and this is what they gave you to do was slam a staff 3 times and like talk for a little bit, and slam a staff 3 times and talk for a little bit, and then it gets into it's a very small portion of the movie, but it starts out that way, and you're like, fuck. This doesn't feel like it should be here. I would not recommend going to watch this movie. It was enjoyable for some of the cinematography, and like seeing it at the IMAX is kind of the way to see it. I don't know if I'd be like, yeah, you totally should. If you manage to find yourself there, take in those parts. Having the Punisher be Agamemnon's brother and just talking to fucking Spider-Man, just being like, yeah, you know, you have to be a
Someone-
man, you know. They need a king, and it's like, come on, bro, you're just talking like you're. You're not giving me anything, and he's like, this is the guy who went to, fight, get his wife back,
Oh my gosh.
so
Someone's gonna meme it so that Spider-Man and him are in this movie.
well, 1,000% they are, because they're already in that brand new day or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And it's so interesting that the guy that literally had the patented like it's like not able, it's just phoning it in.
Yeah, and I, I feel like I saw something where they made a conscious effort for them to talk normal and not try to like talk kind of like a Shakespearean play, or kind of like, whatever, to draw you into that being its own universe. You keep getting like ripped out by these people just talking, and you're like, But like the only times you get sucked in is like there's an ending kind of monologue with Matt Damon who really like for the first time in the movie he leans into it and sells it really hard. You're like, fuck! If the whole movie sounded like this, it would be great. And then you have like a moment of like built up rage coming out of Anne Hathaway. That's a wonderful scene. It's like she really and I don't like Anne Hathaway. I don't like what
Yeah.
she did to Selena Kyle. Not a fan of her. This movie though, that scene, damn, like that was good. Robert Pattinson being a sleazeball, great. Rest of it, eh.
Was there at least a lot of fantasy, or I guess
Well,
Greek myth
that's
stuff?
that's the other part. Okay, so there's a part where Ulysses they land on an island, right? On their way home because they get knocked off sea because they stabbed the Cyclops in the eye, right? Um, they land on an island of basically like cannibal giants, right?
Right. Oh, I think I know.
These cannibal giants are kind of like 2 people tall and in full plate armor,
No.
and it looks bad. So they're shot to like scale, so they look like kind of big and imposing, but they're like in this weird plate armor, like head to toe, and it's like snowing outside. I don't.
Huh.
I didn't get it. Because I was like, wait, are these supposed to be the giants? I forgot what the name of them is. Um. So it's just, and it's kind of, it's a horrifying scene because like 2 of the boats get taken out and like people die horribly. But
Oh man, I would not be able to pronounce these.
like these,
Laestrian Gonians.
yeah. Let me just pull up a picture of them just so people know what I'm talking about. So it was just kind of strange to see these guys in the movie for is that actually, no, this is promotional material, never mind. I was like, is this AI? Well, they might have used AI for the fucking the trailer thing.
So are these supposed to be the Cyclopses, or are they
No,
separate?
these are supposed to
from
be the
Cyclops?
giants.
Okay.
There is a Cyclops, and there is some body horror there, which is kind of great for the Cyclops. People have complained about the CG on it. I thought it was decent because like the guy's eye is like turned sideways and like the nose is fucked up and twisted, and like you kind of see like he's naked, so you see like if looks like body skin kind of hanging. It's kind of gross.
Ooh.
So it's kind of good. The scene is really hard to read because the whole thing is like they have to try to like escape at a certain portion. It looks like half of them get out at one point, but Matt Damon jumps back in, but they're all still in there, and they do the whole thing. But the other problem is like, so the tale is like the Cyclops asks who does it, like what's your name, who is this, and Ulysses says nobody. So when Poseidon goes to ask like who did this to you, and all I can say is nobody, right?
Yeah.
They don't even
Yeah.
do that. They don't even bother with like the whole play on words, even though they tell about him having the idea for the Trojan horse and everybody stacking up in there and like half the people dying from drowning and having to piss and shit on themselves inside of this giant horse. They have to do the clever stuff, but yeah,
I feel like that's like a big part, was the nobody joke.
Well,
Or I guess it
it's
wouldn't be a
him being
joke.
clever, right? Like
Yeah.
and his whole thing is how smart Ulysses is and how he can like circumvent and how he was the man who made fell Troy by sneaking everybody inside. Also, the Trojan armor looks like it's, oh boy, bro, like everybody's talking about this. Can I get a good picture of this? Let's see here. This will do fine. Whatever. It doesn't need to be big. Actually, it just looks bad.
That's Trojan armor.
That's the These are the Trojans.
Would just be so much better if they just took the helmets off.
Yeah, and even then, like, look at the body. Look at this.
Yeah,
I've never
no.
seen such an expensive movie look so fucking cheap before.
It. They should. I mean, that's the 2004 armor has got to be in a warehouse somewhere. Just use that.
We need to rewatch the 2004 because I saw a clip of them saying what Sin. So when Hector faces off against Achilles, this person posts this video. Every time he takes off his rubber helmet, I lose my shit. And Hector takes off his helmet, and you see like the rubber bending. But yeah, even the 2004 armor stuff looks better. It's yeah, I don't know. Well, it's not even like historic. Like I don't even mind things being historically accurate. Just make it look good. This just looked bad. You know?
If you're not going to be at least historically accurate, then you could at least make it look good and decent.
Yeah. It was just kind of overall, it was just kind of a disappointing watch. There's some good body horror where Ulysses' men almost fucking mutiny, so they tell him to stay with the boat, and they go up to the witch, and the witch transforms them into pigs, right?
Right.
And watching her like shove her arm down like dudes' throats and like the bones cracking as she like molds them into pigs is pretty good. It's not amazing. It was a pretty good scene of like, you know, body horror. Yeah, I couldn't recommend it. Just avoid it. It really
Wonder
felt
if we should.
Huh?
Wonder if we should watch the old Odyssey movie and see how it holds up.
I mean, I wouldn't mind after watching this one and being able to like go toe to toe with it. Like, I'd kind of like it. Okay. Do you really care about spoilers of this movie?
Not particularly, I don't think.
Okay, so there's a lot of hubbub about Zendaya being cast as Athena.
Okay.
And you would kind of in your mind's eye see like, can you pull off being Athena, right?
Yeah.
So Ulysses sees her throughout the story like a few times throughout his journey. He like occasionally talks to her, you know, very sparsely, and you're like, she's not really doing anything other than standing there and kind of like making a face and like saying a couple words. So the reason it like pays off to see this movie, like the story to be told out of sequence, is it finally flashes into the siege of Troy towards the end of it. And as Matt Damon is witnessing what he did by coming up with the idea for the Trojan horse and watching Troy get laid to waste and everybody getting like killed and whatnot, they storm a temple inside the city and they start killing the priestesses, and the one he locks eyes with is Zendaya. So the reason he sees Athena as that character is because that's the priestess he saw get killed. It's not like a huge thing, but it kind of sells as to why she was cast as Athena. It's kind of the personification of Ulysses' guilt towards that goddess. So it's not like, oh my god. It's like, well, I can kind of buy her casting now because it's just his mind putting a face to the goddess. And that's why he sees her that way.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not
that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like this like grand reveal of like a plot twist you never saw coming. It's just like, I can kind of buy this now. It's like, yeah, that was...
What did the trauma make him do now?
You live on this block?
You live on this block? Odysseus, you live on this block?
Scum, I might have done a crime. You did a crime? Quit selling yourself out. Let's see. They dropped a guy who studied and designed armor. from that time. Wait, did they have someone on payroll who could have taken care of it? Anyway, can't recommend it. Like I'd probably say like 4.8.
Oof.
Like there's like, I mean, the only reason it's like even that high was just kind of some of the scenes in IMAX.
Yeah.
Like when they're in the boat and it's getting fucked up by Poseidon, it's loud and you feel these guys getting waterboarded. You're like, oh fuck. You know, but I think watching it, like if we were to like sit here and watch it on a monitor, the score would probably drop probably a couple points, honestly.
Damn.
Yeah, so I think that's all I can say. Yeah, which is kind of disappointing because I really like that old Troy movie. I really did.
Yeah, it had some pretty good moments in it.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to better things. So you rewatched Evil Dead 2?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. This is the first time I've actually seen Evil Dead 2. I realized the other day, well, a couple weeks ago, that I've never seen it. I've only seen the first one, and I've seen Army of Darkness. And I was
Isn't
like, I've
2
actually
kind of
never.
like a retread of 1? Didn't they like redo it?
Yeah, it's not an exact retelling of it because he goes through like everything that happened in one happened because
Mm-hmm.
it's just a kind of a continuation, but it's kind of like they introduced new characters so he could redo what he did in the first one, basically.
Gotcha. Because
Um,
I've heard that like if you cut the movie in half or something and play the first movie and then start 2 at a certain point, it kind of just flows together.
yeah, it basically would. Um, so it's oh man, one is so goofy looking. Um, I can.
I don't think that eyeball's from 1. I think that eyeball's from 2.
Oh, is this all two? Oh my
Yeah, I think this is
goodness.
all 2. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it is all two. Okay. This movie, I could, you know, when you could tell when someone's like putting in a lot of effort to be
Yeah.
scary. Like he's definitely not intending it to be goofy
Mm-hmm.
in the way that in the way that everyone interprets it as, oh, this is kind of like a goofy, weird horror movie. Like if this was there's obviously goofy parts in it because fucking what's his name? Bruce Campbell is just kind of a goofy guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um if it was like modern day and like the effects were there, it probably would be a pretty good horror movie with some comedy elements to it brought to you by Bruce Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's like the 80s or whenever this one came out and like the makeup is kind of goofy and they have to do like the CGI, but like I could see the scare and I could see the horror that he's going for. But then it's just like an old lady in a weird latex mask going, nah!
I don't think the intention was ever to be like a full-on horror movie. I think this was fully made with the intention of being like tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that too, just because of the way the possessed people act towards other people. But then
Yeah.
like you get like horrific body horror just kind of
Bro,
mixed into it.
like the first time I was like saw the tree scene happen, I was like, "Oh my fucking god, this isn't a movie?"
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And then, you get the fucking possessed people just talking shit to Ash.
Yeah, then you get the what do they call them? Deados or
Fucking not deadheads, fucking
shit, I don't know what they call them. it's some like real. It's not like a generic name, but it's like a really generic name that they added just like a letter to at the end.
Deadites.
Deadites, yeah. Um, it's just so funny to oh, they just had a serious moment where some guy got his neck snapped, and like everyone's like reaching back, and someone lost an arm that they had to cut off because it was getting infected,
Yeah.
and then like ashes on the floor because he got hit in the face, and he looks over and there's just the old woman with the latex mask with the chained basement door, and she's pushed it up, and she's just just laughing at him and then being all goofy in the
Yeah.
corner of the room. and, and it like completely breaks the tension of the movie. And like the way he does, like I actually had to like look up kind of a description of it, because like the way he does like the weird like when he goes to possess people, and it's just the camera going through like the shots and the sound effects and whatnot, but then it like, you know, crashes through a window or whatever, or whenever right it's about to possess people, like they turn around and then they scream, but it's also kind of like an invisible weird force or whatever. um and then it turns out that it's actually like a supposed to be like a giant horrific eldritch creature in a gas cloud form that like only the person about to be possessed can see. So then it gets like really creepy.
Mhm.
So man, I enjoyed the movie and I could see the vision. And then I think about Army of Darkness, and then I go, at some point he was like, fuck it. And just went full comedy. But I did enjoy the second one. I probably liked it more than the first one, but it's been a really long time since I've seen the first one.
Yeah.
But you know, I think it's worth a watch still. Bruce Campbell is fun to watch on the screen, and
Oh,
he is
he
mostly doing that movie by himself the majority of the time.
yeah, he carries these movies, and we respect his work. If you haven't seen the Ash versus Evil Dead series, even though it didn't complete, it's really fun to watch him actually get to ham it up like 100% more. Like it's
Groovy.
oh, it's so good. Well, that's good
I
that
like when
that
he gets the puppet or the Muppet or the hand puppet that he gets in that show. It's real. I love that hand puppet.
yeah. Okay, so after watching Evil Dead 2, you decided to view the reboot.
Yep.
Um, this movie has a little bit of a different tone to it. Uh,
Oh yeah.
this movie leaned in and said, nothing's tongue in cheek anymore, and let's just make this awful. And here's college kids who are going to get possessed and die horribly.
Yeah. Just die so horribly. You're always thinking like, oh, one of them's gonna make it out. And like, well, no, they're not.
Yeah,
There's
so
no, there's no, there's no Bruce. Nothing. It's fuck.
so I haven't seen this since it was in theaters back in 2013. Oh, Christ,
Okay.
fucking tree scene. How did it hold up, Meshi?
Um, the premise of them getting to the cabin isn't. I mean, it's okay. Which is they have their friend who basically has OD'd like twice or whatever,
Yeah, they're going to get him
and
clean by, hanging out with him
her,
in detoxes. Or her, yeah, okay.
yeah, the sister, and so it's kind of like, oh well, why don't we go to this fucking cabin in the middle of nowhere? And I'm like, okay, I mean, yeah, I get it. Um, but then like shit starts hitting the fan, and then it gets pretty good. Like the body horror is pretty good. It's pretty
Mhm.
suspenseful on what's going on. You can't like he they really try and show like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this fucking electric
Turkey cutter.
butcher's turkey cutter, and I'm really gonna saw into this arm, and it's like, "Ugh." Or the person that's just stabbing the shit out of their face because they think there's something in there. The guy reading the book.
Yeah.
I love the idea of you going into the basement and seeing all this weird fucking witchcraft shit and all these dead animals like hanging from the ceiling or whatnot. You find
Yeah.
this book wrapped in a garbage bag and black barbed wire, and you bring it up and you open it and it says, "Do not read this book." And the first thing he goes is, "I'm gonna read this book."
Yep.
Fucking-
Can't tell me what to
and
do.
then he finds the exact words to activate the thing, but he can't read it because somebody like scratched it out. So he's like, you know what? They can't stop me. I'm white. And he grabs a piece of paper and
Hobby
does the
Lobby,
rubbing
baby.
trick,
Hold on.
yeah. And then starts reading the book. And then he doesn't get possessed. Some other poor person that he fucks over because he's too curious.
Yep.
But I do like that he realizes that he kind of causes it rather quickly. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Oops.
one bad thing happens," and he's like, "Oh no, oh god, this is just like in that book. Oh shit, it's real." Like it doesn't take him the whole movie to
Yeah,
do
like-
it, and
Mhm.
and then he ends up. I'm not gonna call him a hero, but he does basically get the shit kicked into him for it,
Mhm.
and then kind of dies for it at the same time as well, trying to save the last remaining people.
Mhm.
So it the movie has to happen some way. Some dipshit has to read a witchcraft book.
And who better than some jackass, I think I'm smarter than everybody college kid who's like, well, I want to find out.
Yeah, it's one of those things every time it happens in the movie where I'm like, I've seen enough horror movies that if I found that, I'd never read it. But at the same time, I'm like, but would I believe it at the time? But I'm like, fuck it, it's not a movie.
Exactly. So, you can kind of. I think back to my young atheist self, and I was a little shithead. So I would probably, fuck you, I'm going to read.
You can't stop me, God. And God's in the background, like, go ahead, bitch, do it.
Do it, pussy.
Do it, pussy. I'm watching.
Jesus, that hateful asshole! I just about to do something. Get the popcorn.
What's that little asshole about to do now? Is he kicking cats again? No, he's gonna read that black book. Kicking cats.
What? Oh man.
For a horror movie on its own that kind of like, I'm not gonna call it his true vision, but it probably was like, I'm gonna show all these people what I could do.
Well, this was
If you're
made
really
by
into body horror.
was
it
this
wasn't
Eli
Sam
Roth?
Raimi, was it?
I don't think so. Who
Yeah, I think it was a
directed this?
completely different director.
No,
Actually, yeah.
Lee Corin. Yeah, because the problem was he did that Mummy. Is that why you watched it? Because he did the Mummy movie you watched.
No, because I watched the Mummy movie first, and then I watched the Evil Dead movies.
Well, I'm just
I
saying,
didn't even realize.
Oh, that's funny. You
Yeah.
accidentally did it.
Yeah, I accidentally did it because I saw Bruce Campbell doing like an interview about Evil Dead 2, and I was like, I've never seen this movie.
That's really interesting. So, yeah, because so you could it holds up as like a film on its own, but you could see why people at the time were kind of upset that they didn't get Ash in another Evil Dead movie.
Yeah, you're like, where's Ash? Is that guy supposed to be Ash's replacement? And then he, blows up.
Yeah,
So-
you're like, nope, that's not him. It's like it's almost like James Franco in fucking Alien Covenant. It's like, oh, he died.
He blew up. I mean, at the end of the credits of this movie, Bruce Campbell's silhouette comes out on screen and goes groovy. And
does it? Is it? And
Yeah.
then negotiations like fell through or something like later on.
Yeah, and I'm guessing
What?
that's when he went on to do the Evil Dead series.
Ah, I see. Is Bruce Campbell just hard to work with? Because they tried to get him into Mortal Kombat, and that fell through also.
I don't know. The way he does interviews and talks about things, it doesn't seem like he would be difficult to work with. But,
Yeah.
maybe when money's involved, that's when it's difficult. But if you're working with him, it's not.
Oh shit! Hold on. We're being raided. Well, actually, my thing's not playing. Thanks for the raid, Royan. No one can hear you because we're doing a podcast. Shouts to Royan. VT. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that it held up because I remember being in the theater, especially with the loud like stabbing and crunching and stuff, being like, oh, like,
If you're really into body horror, yeah, this is
yeah,
the movie
like
for you.
it got me in the movie where like it was one of the few movies like when I was in the theaters like I wanted to look away from the screen, like
Yeah.
that. And do you remember that witch movie? It's called.
Oh yeah, the Vivitch.
Yeah, with VV.
Yeah.
Bro, seeing her wrinkled up body, bro.
Oh yeah,
I almost vomited. I'm not gonna lie. They did that really well, and I was like, oh.
Because if I'm remembering it right, it's hot woman, and then as she's taking off the robe, it like transforms into like
Yeah,
those
she's
weird
like
wrinkled
curled
things.
over. You see, she's got a body like a bakery, like rolls for days, and they're all like dirty. Oh.
Who wants some lukewarm muffins?
I'll take a blueberry crumble, but cover up. So I'm glad that held up. I guess this will be our last little section. It's been a little time for you to sit and ruminate about it, Meshi.
Oh yeah, I guess it has been a really
It's been a couple weeks.
yeah. This
So
I've
this
seen
this
parts
movie,
of this movie. Yeah.
This movie's dense. What movie are you talking about?
This movie, sorry,
You saw
the
parts
Ghost
of
in the Shell.
You
Yeah,
watched all of
because
it.
I remember. Well, I meant before we had watched it because I
Oh.
remembered the fight scene at the end on that sub.
Yeah. So this movie is very dense, and it doubles down on the question in kind of a horrific way when you look at the movie back in retrospect, as the movie tries to get you to do, right? Because you started off in this hallway, and Bato's going down this hallway, right? Or this alleyway, and he sees this little android. And what's the android doing, Meshi?
It's like tearing at its own skin, right?
No, it's curled over in the fetal position, holding the head of the person
Oh,
that just
yeah.
killed.
Killed.
And then
that's
Bato
right.
goes to, stop it. And what does the thing do? It literally tries to tear itself open, and its rib cage opens up. Symbolic, like a cage. It's a running theme in this.
Thank God I have you along the way.
So how did you feel about this? Let's start there.
Good.
While I thank Kendra for the double raid, I'll hit the shout out.
Oh man.
Because we watched the first one together, and you listened to me just, it's beautiful.
Yeah. There was, I'll be honest, there was so much in this movie. I mean, like watching it, I just remember like sitting there like I'm I'm not confused. It was a lot to I remember being like, this is a lot to process, and I am not the person that is supposed to process this because it's just trying so much. Not trying so much. It's man, it's just there was just a lot. I don't know how to explain it.
Meshi, did you like the movie?
I did like the movie. Yes.
Let's start there.
Yeah, I like the movie overall. That city that they go to with the weird where they meet the weird tech guy.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love that city. I wouldn't want to live there.
Hell
very
no.
visually, it's very like
Nice place to live. terrible things happening there.
Yeah, very
Cool-looking
terrible
city.
things,
You know?
but very cool looking city. Very like, ooh, this is cyberpunk out the ass kind of thing going.
Yeah.
You know, they have the festival and all, you know, all that stuff,
Mhm.
and then you get to like that guy's fucking place, and and then it's just like,
And then you
oh my
get then
god,
the mind fuck starts.
yeah. But
So
no,
okay. So I'm glad to hear that you liked it. Um,
I tend to like Ghost in the Shell.
mhm.
I have a hard time with all the stuff they try to jam into it, but I enjoy the journey and trying to piecemeal my own way through.
And I think, especially for as dense as these movies are, especially like the first kind of two, um, it really lends itself to repeat watching.
Oh yeah.
So the first movie focuses on the question of what it is to exist, right? What
Mm.
How much of yourself can you truly give away to still be considered what we know as human? And can you truly be a conscious being without any of the goo, like, the meat sack, right?
Yeah.
How much of the spark of, the mind does it lend itself to be an actual being to exist? This one doubles down on that question super hard in a way that is kind of hard to stomach in terms of, okay, so you have the mirror image of Togusa and Bato, right? And Bato has a
Yeah.
dog, and this dog is genetic or artificially made in a lab, right?
Right.
It's one of the first of its kind. So you get this contrast of, okay, Bato's got this dog and he loves this dog more than anything. It's not a quote unquote real dog, but Bato views it as a being, and he, because everything that he sees it as is a dog, right? And it's a living
Right.
creature, and he cares for it. And he tells Togusa, like, I could never, like, stand if I saw my reflection of myself, as you. I wouldn't be able to stand myself, right? And so this movie ends on the that question, because at the end of the movie, Bato goes with Togusa to his house, and what does he see, Meshi?
It's the dog, right?
No, he sees Togusa with his daughter, and guess what the daughter looks like?
Oh,
It looks like a
the mate,
doll.
the doll. Yeah, yeah.
So, and you can't tell. It ends on this weird note of this thing looking like it might be fake. Like, is this actually his daughter? Is this a fake daughter? Is this a whatever? And Bato seeing his reflection in terms of Togusa going home, and guess what? The wife's not there. They're going in the middle of the night, and who greets Togusa outside in the front lawn, dressed in this very strange getup.
Oh,
So
shit.
Bato's actually seeing his reflection in him. It's like, oh, wait a minute. What does it mean for something to exist and for you to care about it?
Oh my god.
And that's where the slow pullback of Bato being like, wait a minute, my whole mind has shifted, because from the beginning of the movie, right? I'm sorry, I'm gonna kind of go on about stuff because I really like this film, and I don't think a lot of people like caught a lot of it. So when you start out this film, Bato goes down this alleyway and he sees this cyborg, and what does he shoot it with, Meshi?
Fucking like giant machine gun.
Well,
Oh
he
no,
actually he grabs it, and he uses a shotgun shell. He uses a shotgun on it.
that's right. I'm thinking of the Yakuza scene. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so the first thing they see is this tiny android, or whatever this is, because they don't know what it is yet. And he shoots it with a shotgun because he doesn't view it as being well, it's symbolic of it, him not viewing that as an actual thing, like a conscious being, right?
Right.
And then, they go through the thing trying to investigate, well, why are these, why are they doing this? Why are these androids acting out in this way? And the further they get down into it, it's like, oh, wait a minute. So these bots are being created and illegally modified with sex organs, right? Like
Right.
synthetic sex organs. And guess what's being placed into those bodies?
Uh,
Because remember
yeah,
when Bato and the
guessing.
Major start going in that underground sub?
Oh, the consciousness of the kids, like copies of
So
them.
the girl, so there's a girl who's essentially making a copy of her consciousness implanted into these dolls that have no control over their bodies and are being used for specific things that's kind of horrifying to think
Yeah.
about. And then that's why Bato gets so angry at this girl, because over the course of his journey, his whole shift, he has a mental shift because of his experience with the Major of like, what is it it is to exist, right?
Right.
And he starts yelling at this girl, and you're like, why is he yelling so bad? It's like, oh, he's put everything together that, guess what? This being that has no control over its body is being used and abused in a way that nothing should be. And at the first chance it gets, it tries to want. Not only does it kill who's owns it, it also tries to escape like a bird in a cage. That's why there's all of that imagery in that city when you first get into the shot where there's that bird cage that's empty. They're trying to hammer that point home really hard. So you kind of retrospectively look back at the course of the events. You're like, oh my god, like they were creating new beings that were being abused in a horrible way, only to die. And that's the first thing they wanted to do once they finally got free will over their bodies again. So
I mean,
it's a really tough movie to watch.
oh my god. I think my head's gonna explode.
It's a really dense movie. It's if you like chewing on that kind of material as terms of like what it means to exist, this almost goes in like an SVU direction with the question, if that kind of makes sense, right?
Oh, like that honestly like helps a lot. Like if I watch this, like it's like with us in Evangelion. Like if I watched it again, I'd be like, "Oh fuck."
you know, so
How many times have you watched this movie?
twice.
Oh, okay.
I watched it by myself, and then when we watched it,
You were able to pick up on all of that.
yeah. Well,
Your brain
the
works
I
entirely
look for. It's why I feel like I almost feel like I'm like an active watcher, and I feel like people watch things the same way that I do, but I don't think they do.
like obviously the very obvious point. Those ones I got.
Uh-huh.
There's subtle points that my brain triggers and goes, "Huh, that's weird." Like the family at the end. Like I
Yeah.
remember going, "Daughter looks fucking weird." Um, but like not being able to be like, "Oh, if I think back to the 18-point thesis I was building the entire time, this
Yeah.
all makes sense."
And it's subtle, right? It's so subtle, like just this motion of like what it like, because she's talking to Bato like, if you would have just done this, we could have repaired this thing. And he was like, why you used a little shotgun on it, and what did she try to do before being shot? She tried to off herself. Why do you think
Yeah.
that is? And it's like, oh, because and this is like a representation of how he views them right now before he kind of starts putting more of it together and understanding. And it's very subtle. It's not like really in your face, like, this is a story. It's more of, what would you call it? I guess theming?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like mentally chewing on stuff like that a lot. But I'm glad you liked it. And if you watch it again, I hope you enjoy it even more again on the second viewing of it.
Be sitting there with a notepad, just be like, "Oh man, this is so stressful."
Oh, yeah. I think it was. I like it as a follow up to the first Ghost in the Shell movie. I could see why maybe some people weren't exactly. I could see why this isn't as beloved as the first movie is, because the first movie is kind of just a hallmark. One, in animation, and two, it's just it set off our view of like cyberpunk going forward. Really,
I'm gonna guess that they were like, we wanted the major and we got Bato.
yeah, because at that point, like, you can't. She's out of the bag now, right? We can have her cameo at the end as a consciousness thing, and it kind of helps Bato kind of put everything together in terms of, wait a minute, my dearest friend in the world is like this, so
Yeah.
how far can it really go? And it's like, oh, if you're copy and pasting an entire girl's like her whole existence into a bot, like, can that be considered an actual being? And does it have, the right to be respected and viewed as a created being? Because guess what? My friend is out there on the internet just zooming around.
Yeah, hanging out, having fun, watching me.
She does tell him, I'll be there. All right. Maybe
Swear
not
to
all
God,
the time.
if your consciousness ever goes on the internet, it'll just be like, "Hey, Misha, you get that point you just passed? Leave me
Shut up,
alone.
you.
Stop pointing things out."
I'm just trying to drive, okay? Leave me and my audiobook alone. Did you remember that point, Messi? Shut up!
Yes, I did. There's gonna be a test at the end of this clip.
Fucking Cliff Notes, ass. Okay. I think that does it for our podcast. I think we did it, Meshi. We somehow managed to make hours of content out of, I thought, what was going to be a quick one, but
Never quick.
yeah. Well, I find stuff to chew on.
I
for a
find
little-
stuff to nod to.
All right. That's all I got. Goodbye, YouTube.
Goodbye.